Welcome to the perfect workflow. So on this channel I am trying out different workflows for electronic music production. And today I'm trying the Synthstrom Deluge and the iPad Pro running Loopy Pro. So the Deluge is a very good groovebox. I've had this for a couple of years now and I will never sell this one. It's my absolute favorite groovebox. But there is one big limitation with this one right now, and it is performance. Because I have bought a lot of preset packs called Boards of Deluge. It's a guy named Christoph that makes these. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. But I'm having a hard time understanding how he does that on this limited hardware. It's incredible. But there is one issue with this, and it's that they are very CPU intense. So even if you only use like a couple of tracks, you will run into some issues with performance. So I have an example here. This is just 4 tracks, drums, bass and some keys. And now you're fine. The performance is okay. But when you start to add stuff like this, you can see that this starts to flash. And this indicates that the CPU is loaded. This only works if you have the community firmware installed. You can even get some crackling sound if you continue to add tracks. And that's not very inspiring. So to be able to use more tracks in your Deluge, you can offload your tracks to Loopy Pro. I have this connected to an audio interface. This one is also connected, so I get audio in. They are also MIDI synced, so they're perfectly in sync. So if I press play here, playback on Loopy Pro starts. So to start this process, I just start here, and this is set to 4 bars, so it will start to record the drums in this case. And they will be perfectly looped. Now I can mute them, so now you only hear the audio from the Loopy Pro, and it works flawlessly. I then will go on with another sound, so this one. Now I know that this is 8 bars instead. So this was 4 bars, this is 8 bars. So then we just have to wait. And the thing with Loopy Pro is that it is very good at finding the zero crossing. So you will never get a click. I don't think I ever got a click or pop. It just loops perfectly. And I think they have like a micro fade in, fade out, just like the Octatrack has. So now that's done, we can mute it. We go on with another track. And this is also 8 bars, so I'll continue with that setting. This workflow is stupidly fast. I'm amazed every time I use it. So that's done. Let's go on with the bass. That's also 8 bars, I think. Yeah, it is. And the thing with Loopy Pro is that when it's in the iPad, I have access to all my like effects and other synths. So this is done. So now when you have all your tracks offloaded to Loopy Pro, you can start add more tracks to your composition. Terrible, but you get the point. And you can also do stuff like, let's just add a MIDI track here. It goes on channel 1. And here you can add a MIDI channel also from Steinberg. That's my audio interface. And we can add a AUV3 synth. So let's just go with Terra Pro. Use that one a lot. And now we're just gonna target our synth. So, and we can select channel 1 here as well. And there you go. Not very good, but you get the point. So you can add a lot of things, and of course you can loop these tracks also, and you can record into the like here. Some masterpiece. Here. That's great. And one other cool thing you can do is, if you have Splice, for example, you can just go in here and download a sample that you want to use and bring it into Loopy Pro. And then it senses that this is 125 BPM, which is correct. Press import and just tap a clip, and it's imported, and it will be perfectly in sync with your project. So I know that this is a bit high, so I will lower the volume here. And one other thing I would do here is to lower even more, and I can apply some high pass filter, so like that. So press play here. And maybe apply some effects, like some flanger maybe. Phaser, let's do phaser. And also I can apply this to all the other things I've added, like this one. I can take the same phaser. And yeah, you get the point. And also, for me, this is the best way of getting my stems into a DAW, because here I can arrange the whole track if I want. All these loops I have recorded, I can just arrange here. I know that next community firmware for the Deluge will include stem export, I think, and that's great actually. And of course I can apply some compression to the whole track. I just search for Pro. I like Pro C2 from FabFilter, and I can take this preset that is good for glue compression. So this is just an example of a workflow that I really like to use. I actually use similar workflow with the OPXY that you see in the corner there, and also with the Digitone 2. With the Digitone 2 you don't even need an audio interface because it is an audio interface, so that's even cooler. I'm gonna make a video on both of these workflows in the future. So I know that some of you don't like to use touch devices like the iPad and want hardware with physical knobs, and I agree. I also want that. I've tried to do similar things on other groove boxes like the Push 3, for example. It worked okay, but not as smooth as this. And also the MPC 1 Plus. It also worked okay, but not as fast as this. Definitely not. But I know that 1010 Music Black Box is capable of doing something like this. I remember that Ricky Tinis did a video on this a couple of months ago. So it's definitely possible. I do want to try that one. That's the one I have left. Okay, that's all I had. Hope you get something out of this video. And I will post some more perfect workflows in the future.